Well, I'm trying something different today. I usually like just doing time-lapse videos because for me, I just like watching them better. It's a lot more fun to just see, holy cow, my cat killed a rabbit. Well, that was a nasty surprise that I wasn't hoping for. Anyway, I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was saying something about I'm vlogging. I don't know. If you guys, I don't really like vlogging for the purpose of, if you don't have a good personality, then you're kind of hosed right there off the bat. So no one actually really knows what the personality is aside from their own perspective, and everyone thinks they're the best because obviously I am. But I try to steer away from vlogging just in case people just are like, Philip, shut up, I just want to see your car get done. So I'm doing it today because I'm at home, I got nothing better to do, and y'all can just watch me talk. Anyway, plan for today is looking at the car. It's a lot of the way wrapped. And you get the trim back on, but that's wrapped, trim back on, but that's wrapped. Flares, not on, they're not wrapped, they still have work to do. That's mostly done. Headlights or taillights will go there. That piece needs to be wrapped. Need to repaint that. Flares on, and then I need to do this whole door because when I painted it, it was in the winter and I tried to keep the paint warm, but didn't quite get it up to temperature as per needed. So what happened was that has a bunch of orange peel really bad, so I didn't want to wrap that because I wanted to sand it first. Anyway, so the car's pretty much near wrapped. Stuff to paint, but today we're going to work on patching the flares back up. Oh yeah, also the front bumper needs to be completely wrapped, but that's something for a different day, because stuff. Sorry to keep talking again, but we're having a quick change of plans. So I just said we're going to do the flares, but we're actually not. Reason being isn't because I just don't want to do the flares, because they're actually like mid-level on this pile of mess. So that's the rear bumper on top. I'm actually going to go hang that up over there to get that out of the way because we're running no rear bumper at the moment. I know some of you, I've got a lot of people saying, hey, Philip, you should cut that and just put it on the back of your car. But the reason I'm not doing that is because although I could slot it and put the chassis mount on and put the diffuser in there, by the way, sorry if my hands get annoying, deal with it. The reason I'm not doing it is because I actually don't plan on going chassis mount long term. I would love to go back to just a ducktail spoiler. We'll see, and so I'm torn. I want to get it back on because I think it looks better with the rear bumper on, but I just don't want to cut it in order to have to go back. And also, since I've never wrapped a car before, shout out to Rip City Native really quickly for wrapping most of this. He's done everything but the roof, to be honest. He's killed it. Another reason I'm not wrapping it is just so I have extra film just in case I mess up. So that's not going on. As for what we're gonna do today then, actually let's knock out the back. So there are some things on the back that need to be done. First thing is this needs to be repainted. So I got spots over there, overspray from the exhaust. Yes, I'm painting the exhaust. Yes, it's high temperature paint. Yes, it will be okay. So what we're going to do today then, as a list of things to do, is a lot of painting. So paint this, repaint it gloss black, paint this, finish painting this flat black or matte black, gray. We're going to do this part first because just in case overspray. Then I want to paint the tow hooks on this side and that side red because it's going to be black with red accents. So paint this, paint that, and then then wrap this, and then I want to get the chassis mount and diffuser back on. I don't want to put the actual wing part on the chassis mount back on because I still have to do the taillights, and unfortunately since they don't make a chassis mount for this car, it doesn't allow me access to the trunk if I have the wing on. So I'm going to leave the wing off for now, but big huge freaking stinking butt. I want to figure out a way to get the chassis mount to fold back, but that's maybe for another day. So let's go ahead and just get started. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're gonna paint this. So it needs to be cleaned up first. Gonna wipe it down, sand it with 600 grit, just enough to get the paint to stick, because I did a test run with this because I want to see how well it stuck. And so these spots, none of this is rub off, it just didn't stick there because what happened was I broke the nozzle on the old one because it dropped and fell, broke it, so I just punched a hole in the side of it with a nail, hence the glorious overspray. Anyway, so I'm going to I'm gonna cough. And then I'm going to wipe this down, sand this down, tape everything off, and go ahead and paint that black. Alright, that's all cleaned up and sanded. Doesn't take a lot, I just had to get it rough. What I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be taping everything off and then painting it. So this should be the last time talking. I'm sorry I'm talking so much, guys. I kind of suck at this vlogging thing. Anyway, tape it off, paint it. I'm just going to put you guys on time lapse. I'm going to do 3 coats, so if it looks like I'm just rushing and doing 3 things and coating it right away, it's because I'm stopping in between, so let's just watch it. So looking at that first coat, let's see if you can get a view where you can see, yeah, see that dripping stuff? I think that's just from layers of paint before, so there's not really any texture. So when I was sanding, I went, and you can't feel that. when I rub it. So I'm going to give it a couple more coats and see, but if not, this may be a project where we have to sand and start all over again. So yeah, I did half of that just right there, and I could still see the lines. Yeah, you can see that right there. Yeah, that doesn't look good at all, in my opinion. So luckily it's just right up here in the front half, which means I don't have to reach all the way back. The back half looks pretty good, and there's some spots back there, but you know it's fine because it's under the car, and it's going to be a diffuser right here. So pretty much you're not going to see this whole side of it. But this is right on the tip, so I would really like to get that all nice and sanded up. So I'm going to wait for that to dry, and then we'll go ahead and clean it up. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and hit this, should I? Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and hit this tow hook with some paint. Finish up the exhaust. Looks good enough, nothing perfect, but yeah, it's great. Also finished up that right tow hook, and whoo, baby, look at that red. That's kind of nice. I think it looks cool, guys. So yeah, well, the sun's out, and since I don't want to use a heat gun, I am going to wrap this blue part here. This is the last part of the back, so I'm going to go ahead and knock that out and get it done. So here's where I'm at right now. The exhaust is painted, the thingy's painted. I did finish the wrap on that one part. I am no professional, but it's blackened, so I'm happy with that. It's getting to about 5:30 at night, and I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, just keep working. This is my first week off summer job. This is kind of sound like an excuse. There's no way around it, but I'm kind of tired. So I'm not calling it a night, but there is a project that I've been putting off for a good amount of time because I know it's going to take a lot of work. So anyway, what I need to do is, with these rivets on the car, on the wheels, they're all gold, and I want to get them red. There's two ways to do it. These are ESR SR04 wheels. Their specs are, if you care about them, they're 18 by 10.5 with a plus 22 offset with 2-inch spacer in the back and a 1-inch spacer in the front. Before you hose me, they're fine. Shut up. I don't care. Things I need to do to these wheels are get all these rivets gold. Now you could just pluck them out and replace them with red ones, but that's 50 to 100 bucks. I can't remember how much it is, but I really don't want to spend that money, so that leaves the option of painting every single one, and that's going to take a lot of work. Another reason I'm doing this is because 3 out of the 4 wheels have curb rash, everyone except that front wheel, and even these wheels have this pitting on the side, so I don't know. I'm not going to blame ESR for that. I live down a gravel driveway that's probably like 150 yards long, so my bet is just having a car with where the lip of the wheel isn't fully protected by the tire. My guess is it just got beat up over time. So I've had these on for about a year, by the way, actually over a year at this point. But anyway, all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jack up the car, take these wheels off. I am actually painting those calipers red as well, since there isn't going to be any blue left on the car, and also going to paint those lug nuts red as well, since there's no blue left on the car. So I'm going to go ahead and take those off and then bring them inside, and since I'm getting a little lazy at this point, I'm going to put on a movie, put on the time lapse, and we're just going to go paint some wheels, tape them up. So let's do it. So the wheels aren't off yet, but I'm just going to take a quick second because I don't know where I put the lug for it, or the bolt for it, the socket for it. I don't know where I put it, so I'm going to have to find it anyway, and I don't want to waste any more of your time. So I'm actually just going to take those off, give them a wash, and then bring them inside. But just to make sure the battery's fully charged on this, I'm going to go ahead and stick it on a charger, and then the next thing you'll see is a time lapse of me taping off every little rivet, fake rivet in the wheel. Okay, I know I said that next time you'd see me, I'd be taping these up, but I lied because when I was taking them off, I noticed something on one of the tires. If you notice this, it's kind of hard to see, but the inside's pretty bald. But when I took a peek at another tire, it's like, oh, that's even balder. And so then I was like, oh, that's one of the rears. Let's see if we can take a peek at another, and oh, hey, look at that. There's a chunk out of that. Oh, what are those? See a little of the threads coming through? Yep, I think it's time for some new tires. You know, it may also be time to get an alignment. I have 2 tires to order now, which was not what I was hoping for. I'm going to grab a couple more tires once I get the car back up and running. The front ones, they're fine. I'm not too worried about those. Those are, I still have plenty of tread left. I'm gonna get new tires, take them in for an alignment, because yeah, I love the back camber as it was, but you know, I guess it's just time to get rid of it. So now's the actual time for the time lapse. We're still doing the wheels because I'm gonna keep the wheels, whether or not it's just new tires. So let me get some light on me, and yeah, let's just get right at it. Well, that's all it for this video. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just keep making progress. I'll try to put videos out a little more often than usual, but I mean, no guarantees. So that's it for today. Just like and subscribe, leave your hit in the comments, all the good stuff. Bye.